Welcome to Kidmissing TV. Too funny. On the last day that I was doing these, because I don't usually do all the cases in one day, it's too much. I, on one of them, said, "Welcome to Punky's World," instead of Kidmissing TV. So I apologize for that one. But I was going through putting them in order on the calendar, and I happened to hear that, and I thought it was funny. This is the 1998 Parker County Jane Doe, or Weathersford, Texas Jane Doe. She was found in a wooded area near Interstate 20 in Weathersford. She died 1 to 4 weeks prior. She was decomposing and in a state of putrefaction. She shot herself to death. Putrefaction is, well, it's a part of decomposition where you're the outsides are turning putrefied, kind of liquid. Ugh, I hope that they don't get me for that. But anyway, she had distinctive dental work, approximately $30,000 to $50,000 worth of dental work done. It was of a very high quality with gold foil fillings, porcelain veneers, but they have no fingerprints and no DNA. Ew. All right, her clothing was a blue and white windsuit. Oh, I think I know what they're talking about. A tracksuit. The shiny material that makes all kinds of noise when you walk in it, like a windbreaker. A white bra with facing sewn on the back part of the cups. White or beige panties, white ankle socks, natural comfort white athletic shoes with teal trim, size 7, same as me. The manufacturer labels had been cut out of the windsuit, bra, and panties. Jewelry unknown, additional personal items. Oh, jewelry unknown. Additional personal items, she had a pair of glasses, a large blue shoulder bag. Inside the handbag was a long brown wig, a bottle of mineral water, a pair of beige prescription glasses that were very inexpensive. A gun was found near the body. Why do they think she killed herself, I wonder? That's a strange conglomeration, to use one of my father's words, of stuff to be with her, and there was no wallet in the bag. So did she want to be unknown, or did someone take the wallet out of the bag? Again, she was found October 7th, 1998. She was white, between 5'3" and 5'7", 130 to 160 pounds, with brown hair. They think she cut off the tags to her clothing to conceal her identity. I routinely do that. And that's because, and there are people who do that, that's why Hanes started making, and a lot of other manufacturers started making tagless, not at this time, this was in 98, but in the mid-2000s started making tagless clothes where they literally printed the tag information onto the clothing so that you didn't have a tag. Because they're itchy, they're uncomfortable, people cut them out, ends up with a hole in your shirt. It's a whole bad thing. So, and also with more awareness of autism, they know that that can be distracting, annoying, and upsetting, that feeling to someone who's on the spectrum, even mildly. My mother was the type of person, and I remember this, for years, she had a shirt that had a piece of, the little plastic thing that holds the hang tag from the store that shows you the price, the brand, and all that, onto clothing. It's just a little plastic tab. It has a tab on either end that holds it, and you cut the tab on one end, pull it out, and the whole thing comes out. Well, my mother just pulled it off and left one end of the tag in. For years, it never bothered her. She never felt it under her armpit. That would have, the first time I wore it, it drove me crazy after she died. In fact, I knew it was there, and I finally got a hold of it. So yeah, it is possible that they were taken off because she didn't like it. She had amazing dental work, so she wasn't homeless. They're saying she died 1 to 4 weeks before, but was already putrefied. And this was, let's see, October in Texas. So yeah, Texas heat, she might have been. She was between the ages of 35 and 55. She had a hysterectomy, possibly. Again, she was in a state of decomp that they probably couldn't be sure. Either 2 breast implants or prosthetic breasts. Her brow was a pocket brow with a facing on the inside to hold prosthetic breasts. This may suggest a possible mastectomy. Couldn't you have figured that out? This was 1998. I understand she was in a state of decomp, but you would have found the implants if she had implants. Also, a lot of bras have those pockets because they have inserts. And you would have most likely found the inserts in the pockets, although, again, people take them out. Again, I take them out. I don't like them. I'm already big enough. The bra fits better without them, for the most part. I have 2 sports bras that I absolutely love. They fit me tight as a glove, that hold me in, but they had those stupid things. And I took them out because the bra fit better without them. So, you just really don't know. Okay, this is Tarrant County, so this is the Houston area. Got a lot of questions. She had brown natural long hair, which was put up in a bun with long bobby pins. So her hair was still sitting up on top of her head, or it had come off in what's called a mat, which is a part of decomposition. The hair becomes a mat, and a lot of times is lost because animals will take it to use as part of their nesting. Birds and small mammals. It's terrible to think of, but that's Mother Nature. Unfortunately, organs decompose before the outside does, so it would be more difficult to tell whether she'd had a hysterectomy. But if they could see the scar, I would think they could figure that out. She was 35 to 55. If she was on the later end of that, she could have possibly have had an open hysterectomy, meaning even pre-1998, she probably wouldn't have necessarily had laparoscopic. What year did my mother have her laparoscopic? She was 39. She would be 70 this year, so 30 years ago. Wow. She would be 70 coming in July. She'd be 69. So 30 years ago would be about around that time. A little bit before that. But there are reasons that they don't always do a laparoscopic hysterectomy. So it's possible. If you have any information, call the Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office. Contact person Nizam Pirwani. That's Nizam Peerwani, Nizam Pirwani, at 817-920-5700. That's 817-920-5700. And it's the Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office. Tarrant County, again, is where Houston is. So we're talking South Texas. And it's hot. So even in October, it would be fairly hot in the Houston area. So it's not unusual that you would decompose that much in 1 to 4 weeks. If you're up here in October, you're not going to decompose as much because it's cold. Unless we happen to be having a warm spell. Right now, your body would probably freeze. But if we were having a warm spell in October, like we sometimes do, I've said this before, October here is a crazy period where you could, like around Halloween time, you could have 60 degrees, or, you know, you could have unseasonably warm, 65, 70 degrees, or it could be, you know, seasonable, which would be 45 to 55, or unseasonably cold and be 25, freezing your duff off trick-or-treating. So it's one of those really bizarre time periods that we have for weather up here. And I know the Dallas area has some pretty wacky weather in the north part of Texas, but their weather is very similar to ours in the wackiness of it. But as you get further south, like Houston, and you're looking at more warm weather. So, more tropical. There are other states that are like that too, that are a little bit wacky because of where they sit, like Kentucky, Tennessee. They can be a little wacky. They can be 70 degrees one day and covered in a sheet of ice the next. It's wacky. I think I've used that word enough. Anyway, so just to give you an idea of, especially if you're not from the United States, excuse me, you might not understand our weather. And how one state can differ so much from, even within a state can differ so much, and it can, even here in Massachusetts, because we have mountain areas that will literally get dumped on with snow. You know, like God took the biggest backhoe you've ever seen and just, or biggest dump truck you've ever seen and just dumped the snow on them, and other areas that don't. We still get plenty of snow, don't get me wrong, but generally speaking, the mountains are going to get more. So, but that's not as whacked out as the weather can be certain times of the year. You know, October, April should be between 55 and 60, up to 65 by the end of the month. My father was born on April 9th. One year on April 9th, we had a blizzard. Yeah, a little weird. Anyway, so you never do know. You're not safe as far as making appointments and not having them changed by Mother Nature until the latter part of April. From the latter part of April until the latter part of October. Once you hit October, it can snow at any time. You know, once you hit the mid to latter part of October, it can snow at any time. And believe me, we've had snow in October many times. So, that's the weather that you're looking at. We have a short warm period, but it's humid as hell. Anyway, it's always humid in Texas. Another reason for putrefaction. So, thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. Please subscribe. Please check out my other channel and subscribe over there. All the social media links for my channels are in the description of all of my videos. We're trying to get to 500 here by Memorial Day and 200 on the other channel by St. Patty's Day. Thank you so much. Please stay warm, and God bless you. Bye-bye.